Today's video, I will be giving you my thoughts and review of the new Urban Decay Wild Greens palette. I will open it for you, show everything to you, show how I got this look, tell you my thoughts because today was my second time using it. Yesterday was my first. And yeah, so if you want to see how I got this and learn more about the palette, then just keep watching. The new Urban Decay Wild Greens palette. It's got like this shiny emeraldish green packaging and there's all these little doodles on them. I think it's super pretty. Here's what the back of the box looks like. I did use this yesterday, so I have used it once because I wanted this to be more of a review rather than like a first impressions, since I do more first impressions than like in-depth reviews. So plus I was impatient. So anyways, this is a vegan eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna open it up for you guys. I saved the box so you could see. The inside is just like a basic white carton thing. I do have my family's new kitten in the room, so if you hear her like a little bell, that's what you hear. Actually, you wanna say hi? Say hi. This is Blair. Ow. Yes, she was named after Blair Waldorf. Okay. She's very hyper right now. Okay, so anyways, here is the palette. I really like how it opens. I think that's really unique. This palette was $44. I do think that's a little bit expensive for a palette that has no mirror. I will say that. But here's what it looks like. And I thought I would do another look with it today, and then I'll give my final thoughts at the end. And I didn't do my lip yet because I wanted to wait and see like what type of eyes I come up with. So let me grab something for me to be able to see in, like a mirror. I've been really loving this palette like in general, but I'm gonna use it for the mirror today because it has a really nice big mirror. This collection also had like a mascara that was like vegan and like something else. I'll try and maybe put a picture and details on the screen if I can remember. I would have gotten the mascara to try as well because I've never tried an Urban Decay mascara, but I literally have like 6 mascaras open right now, so I feel like that would have just been wasteful of me, but maybe in the future I'll give it a try. But the eyeshadow palette, my favorite color is green, so I was just like very intrigued by it. Now I don't know what I want to do. I think I want to do, definitely want to use the greens on the top of my eyelid, and then on my lower lash line I think I want to get into those peachier, warmer tones. So let's just go in and see what happens. I'm gonna first go in with Lo-Fi. I did use this shade yesterday. Oops, frick. I'm gonna use this as my transition shade. They do have a little bit of kick up, I will say that, and they had a little bit of fallout yesterday when I was using them as well. But that doesn't bother me as long as it doesn't do that after I tap it off, and so far I would say that it doesn't. I want to build this color up as much as I can. I do think that this color could be a bit more pigmented. Not that it's bad, it just doesn't necessarily look like the color in the pan. I do like the color though, and it was very easy for me to blend yesterday. There are children outside screaming. Just a warning, yes, that is children screaming. I first seen this palette leaked on Trendmood, and I immediately knew I was going to get it, especially when it said that it would be available at Ulta stores because it was my birthday month, all January, so I got double points on everything, and I have like over 5,000 points now because I'm trying to save for the Dyson Airwrap. I feel like my lashes always stick together. That's what I'm going for. Do it on the other eye too. Oh yeah, look at my hair. I tried something new. I just like took rubber bands and then turned it inside out. I saw it on Pinterest, and then I curled my hair. My hair was wavy from yesterday. I went over it with my curling iron. I did some bigger pieces, some smaller pieces to try and make it more dimensional. I don't know. Trying to try new hairstyles, okay? We've got that crease shade built up. I really like it. This is a shade that I would wear like on its own, but we're not gonna do that today. We're gonna do something a little more fun. So yeah, just so you can see, this is what the palette looks like right now with all the powder. Who is screaming? In the crease, like right in the crease, we're gonna go into Earth Side. These are more cool toned brown shades, which I think works well with the green. I will say that. Yeah, so there's definitely a lot of kick up in this palette, like a lot. They are very easy to blend, so I assume that they are softly packed in the pans for blending purposes, so I'll take that. If there's a lot of kick up and they don't blend well, that's a different story. Now I think I want to build up some depth in the outer V. I use this real technique. I haven't showed the brushes I'm using, I'm sorry. I used some different size basic blending brushes, and I'm going to go in with something that's more like this so I can get in there. And I'm going to go into Kickback. So we did Lo-Fi as our transition, and we did Earthbound in our crease, and then we're going to use Kickback in the outer corners. The kids outside are talking about playing red light, green light, and I'll never be able to look at that game the same after watching Squid Game. So I built up my outer V and everything, and I'm just gonna blend that out with Lo-Fi again. I think I want to do twist all over the lid. I'm just gonna use my finger. Feels really creamy. That's what it looks like. Oh yeah, ignore my nails. But they're green. This is Essie nail polish. It's definitely a glittery shade. Already can tell that it would work better with a glitter glue. But it's a really pretty shade. I'm going to apply some glitter glue and try it that way. Guarantee this is gonna make a huge difference. Yeah. So I would definitely say that they're more of a glittery shade rather than like a chromey shade, which doesn't bother me. I just think that that's a good thing to know before you purchase the palette. I love shades like this. They're just take an extra step, you know what I mean? Whether wetting it or using a glue. I love it. I love green. Okay, we're gonna take turmeric on the lower lash line on a little pencil brush. We're gonna blend that in. I do have some fallout. Definitely have some fallout. I'm gonna try and brush that away. I did notice that yesterday too. That is kind of annoying because like I'm not picky about fallout, but it's definitely more noticeable with this palette. But like I said, when you have glittery shades, that's kind of like inevitable. Doing is I like to do this a lot lately. I'm blending all the way up, like kind of whereas if I made a wing, but like on the underneath. Remember that whole trend, the reverse cat eye thing? That's what gave me the idea. So now I kind of just do this with most of the time when I do my lower lash line for more of a dramatic effect. And then now I'm gonna take that this flat brush and just define that a little bit more. I do think this shade could be a bit more pigmented, but it does look how it looks in the pan. So I think they're supposed to be muted tones, which I do really like. Yeah, it's definitely looking more defined when I'm using this brush. If you want to know more in detail what I'm doing, basically I'm like, if you touch where your underneath connects to your top lash line and just follow that and wiggle back and forth, you'll create a little underneath wing. And if I was going to do something on the top, I use that as my guide, and then I just do the same thing right here. And it's been really good practice for me as someone who is not great at wings. Let's do fuzz, and we're going to wet it, and I'm going to put it right there. See that? Looks cool. I like that shade. That shade is like a peachy shade with like green glitters in it. Looks awesome. And then now I think I want to take just a little bit of that dark green stash color, this one right here, and ever so slightly smoke out the rest of my lash line. I think I want to bring that shimmery shade a bit onto the top lash line too. So first I'm gonna put some of the orange right there and then go over it just like we did. So I'm just gonna take a tiny bit right here. And then I'm gonna take Chill, and I'm gonna wet it and put it on my inner corner. I tried it dry yesterday and it was okay, but when you wet it, it looks super pretty. So I'm gonna take it on this tiny little brush that I use for my inner corners, and then I'm spraying it. This is a spray I got in my BoxyCharm from Maven Beauty. I'm kind of connecting it to my lower lash line and then just following the hollow of my inner corner. All right, I'm gonna set my face and do my mascara and then do my lip combo. Yeah, I finished my eyes, even though you saw it in the beginning. Oh, I must have dug into it. Here's what the palette looks like after I've used it twice. Could be me being messy, could be because there's the shadows are pretty loosely packed, so when you go into it, they kind of break up, have kick up, whatever. Like I said when I was applying it, the glitter shades so far that I've used need to either be wet or have a glitter glue underneath them. You don't have to, but they'll be more opaque and they'll stick better. There was a tiny bit of fallout. I've used almost every color so far besides this one, and I really like them. I really like the muted tones. I like the unique packaging. I do think that it's a little bit expensive for not having a mirror, but I think it's because it has this unique packaging, because they probably had to, you know, this isn't like a standard shape. And it costs extra to make stuff like that. Making sure my mascara didn't smear everywhere. I think it's unique. I don't think there's a palette with this color story that I've come across. There are green palettes, but not in this muted way. This one pulls a little bit more blue. I really love these matte shades. I like that there's peaches with it. I think that those play really well together, and I like that this one has like a pinky peachy base with the green glitters. I think it's very cohesive, even though when you look at it, you might be like, I don't know what to do. If you like these type of colors, if you like Urban Decay shadows, I think you should get it. I really do. If you're maybe new and you want to play with color and you like these types of tones, I think it's good for you. I think it'd be a good gift for anyone who likes, you know, has this type of aesthetic or likes these kind of colors. I like that it's like a green, more natural collection. Like I said, these are vegan, and the mascara that came out with it was vegan, and something else like really cool, I forgot. So yeah, I'm very happy with my purchase. I think it'll be even more fun to use like in combination with other palettes. Like I use this palette a lot with shimmery shades. I've used this one to like set under my eyes, blush and stuff. I think this color would look super pretty with the greens. I think the only thing it's lacking is like a more yellowy tone and a more like deep chocolate matte, or like a deep green matte or black or something like that. I would give this palette a 9 out of 10 for the color story, because I just love it. I'd give it a 10 for the color story. I love the color story. I would give it a 9, maybe for like an 8 for like performance, because of the kick up and the fact that it doesn't like say that they're pressed glitters, or does it? Let's read what this says. You're wild by nature. Get your daily dose of neutrals and greens with the Wild Greens eyeshadow palette, our untamed take on color inspired by California wellness. Start each day with an optimistic, high vibe. It's explaining each color. No animal-derived ingredients. So yeah, I think it just should mention that maybe you should use a glitter glue, or maybe it's meant to be that more natural like flush of a glitter. I don't know. I'm kind of just trying to come up with things to say. I did mention that I got a camera in the last video. This is not filmed on my camera. I left my camera at my boyfriend's house, so this is on my phone. But my next video will be with the camera. I'm gonna figure it out, so I hope that it will look as good in the next video. But anyways, like I said, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know if you've seen this palette, swatched it at Ulta. We do have it in my store at least. Go check it out. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to review. Very nice doing some makeup with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Blair, you want to say bye? Bye.